and bought a motorcycle. And I've been riding it for, I think it's coming up on a year now, and I have absolutely loved it. And driving around here on Maui has been so much fun. So I just wanted to share what it's like to drive here on Maui on a motorcycle with you guys. So before I get into what it's actually like driving it, I wanted to share why I went out and bought a motorcycle. Because it wasn't just because I thought it looked cool, which I kind of do, but it was also for some practical reasons. My wife does part-time work as a PT, and so she needs the car, and when she's doing her stuff, I didn't have any kind of vehicle to go out and create content or do work and shoots that I have with clients. So we needed an extra vehicle and we wanted to save some money. So at first I went out and bought a moped. They looked super fun, but after I think about a month, 2 months, I needed something faster. So pulled the trigger, went out, got my license, and ended up buying a motorcycle. So instead of going out and getting a car, we did want to save money like I had mentioned. And so it's not only cheaper to buy a motorcycle up front. I think I paid $2,700 for mine, but it's also way cheaper on gas. Cost me about between $6 to $8 to fill up a tank, and that goes for around 100 miles. And it's also way cheaper for the insurance. I don't know if it's just in Hawaii or just on Maui, or maybe this is just motorcycles in general, but in Canada, motorcycle insurance is insanely high. But here on Maui, the insurance, I was told, was all done by weight. So to insure both my moped and my motorcycle, it cost me about $150 a year. So that's way cheaper than anything that I would have thought. Definitely way cheaper to ride a motorcycle than in Canada, which is where I'm originally from. So this was just a huge money saver, and I mean, why not? What I really wanted to share with you is what it's like to drive the motorcycle here on Maui. Just because I think it's so different from any other place in the US or abroad. I think driving a motorcycle here in Hawaii or here on Maui is great. And it's great for a couple of reasons. One, the weather is obviously amazing all year round, so that gives perfect driving conditions for the most part all year round. The only issues that I've run into weather-wise are during midday, it can get pretty dang hot. So because I'm wearing a jacket with all of the padding for safety and a helmet, it does get a little hot. And the other thing is the rain. In the winter especially, it can get a little bit rainy, so if you're driving a motorcycle here on Maui, just be prepared or be ready to get a little wet some of the time. The other part that I just love about driving a motorcycle here on Maui is the actual driving conditions. For the most part, all the roads are safe. There aren't any crazy potholes, except maybe if you're driving to or past the road to Hana, doing the full road, might be a little sketchy in some parts, but for the most part, all the road conditions are great. One of the reasons why I find driving specifically here on Maui so great, and I think this is over a couple of the other Hawaiian islands as well, is just because there isn't really any crazy traffic. So for the most part, driving here is relatively safe. Again, you're driving in a motorcycle, so if you're getting in an accident, it's obviously not going to be as safe as a car. But with the conditions where people don't really drive fast here on Maui, the speed limits don't go any higher than, I think it's 55 miles an hour. So there's no place really even to kind of open up and go crazy, and cars aren't swerving in and out of the lanes. It's island traffic, everybody's laid back, and it's pretty chill. So it just makes it a lot more safe. It makes it a lot more of a pleasant drive, and I mean, the scenery as well, when you're driving around the island, it's tough to beat. And when you're on a motorcycle, you're getting that 360 view. You're able to see, everything around you, all the amazing scenery. And so that's another one of the reasons why I just love riding a motorcycle here on Maui. But my favorite part, and this might be a little bit cheesy about riding here on Maui, is the kind of community while you're riding around. And all I mean is when you're driving your motorcycle and you see somebody else that is also driving a motorcycle, you just kind of put your hand out to the side as, you know, just like, hey, how's it going? I'm driving a motorcycle, you're driving a motorcycle, kind of this community connection. And I don't know if that's a motorcycle thing that's everywhere. I have no idea. I've only been driving again for coming up on a year. So I'm still super new to the whole motorcycle community. But I think it tugged at something that is a little bit bigger than myself. And that's why I was drawn to it. I was so stoked when I heard that different riders will kind of throw out their hand as a little salute or a hello to another rider. The first time it happened to me, I was so excited because it's like, oh my goodness, I'm actually part of this community now. I'm recognized as a motorcycle rider. So it was super cool. And I think, again, it just goes to show how much people are drawn to community, how we all long to be part of something that's bigger than just ourselves. And so this whole hand gesture saying what's up to the person that's riding beside you or past you just reminded me that we all want community and we all desire community and want to be part of something that's bigger than just ourselves. And so I guess it's, again, my challenge to you, or something that I've been thinking about and has been kind of tugging at me, of just wanting to create a space for that, wanting to reach out to people and make sure that they do feel like they're part of something and they're not alone. So I want this channel to be that. I want to eventually grow to a place where that can happen. And so I know I'm really small and starting out with a small number, but I would love for you to be part of this community, for you to check out the videos that I make, for me to check out the videos that you make, and to grow and encourage and challenge each other to become better creators. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help, and I'll see you on the next video.